Hi everyone, Alexandre back with you. Hope you are doing well. This week I'll be with you to discuss about the accessibility of Skype version 8. Since the beginning of this month, Skype 7 is no longer supported by Microsoft, so it is now time to migrate to Skype version 8. In this Skype version, Microsoft has made a lot of changes related to the visual layout. It also affects the way to use it with a screen reader like JAWS and NVDA. So I'll be with you to give you some tips and tricks on how to use Skype version 8 with a screen reader. I'll also give you the major shortcuts in this version, and I'll also show you how the JAWS script for Skype available in JAWS 2018 and 2019 will improve the way to use this version of Skype. Enjoy! Since a couple of months and years, Microsoft has performed a lot of changes related to the Skype interface to make it more convenient for sighted persons. However, these changes may impact the way that screen readers work when using Skype. And today I would like to talk about the new version of Skype 8 for Windows. This is not only changes that were applied to the Windows version. Changes are also visible on mobile if you're using an iPhone, if you're using an Android, or even if you're using a Mac computer. But right now, today, I'd like to focus on the version for Windows because JAWS and other screen readers work differently with this version. And I'd like first of all to mention you that Skype 7 that you are used with is no longer supported by Microsoft since November 1st for users of Windows Home and Pro. You can still use it at this time, but it may stop working at any time. And so that's why I think you must be prepared to be able to work with Skype version 8, which is the version that you can install on your computer. And this version will replace Skype 7. You can also use the Skype mobile version, which is available on the Microsoft App Store, and it's also usually pre-installed on all new copy of Windows 10. However, this version, I think regarding the accessibility, you can use it, but at this time it's the worst version you can work with, so I'll not focus on this one. At this time, I think the classic version of Skype will be a better choice for now. I am actually in front of a Windows 10 computer. I'll do the demonstration with the latest version of JAWS, which is version 2019. Since the version 2018 of JAWS, scripts are available to better improve the way that Skype 8 works, but with JAWS 2019, they improve again the scripts, so that's why I'll suggest you to use the latest version of JAWS. You can also use it with NVDA. We'll see a bit later on the two different modes that you can use with Skype. The one with the virtual PC cursor turned on and the one with the virtual PC cursor turned off. With NVDA, you can toggle the form mode, but I'll not cover the usage of NVDA during this show. I'll let you go by yourself with NVDA. The first thing to do will be to make sure that you have properly installed Skype version 8. If you're already running Skype version 7, don't worry, you'll be prompted to install the update. Probably you're at this time getting notification every day about the installation of Skype 8. So now maybe you can go ahead and proceed. After listening to this podcast, you'll see that it is possible to use this version. If you are not a Skype user at this time, you can go on Skype.com, then download the version 8 of Skype. I'll not cover the download and installation part with you, but after the installation, you'll be prompted to connect to your Skype account. So follow the instructions and you'll be able to sign in. And you'll be also prompt to set up your audio devices, so to test your speakers and microphones. And if you have a webcam, you'll be also prompted to set it up and make sure that you're selecting the appropriate webcam. So just follow the instructions. After that, you may be presented with a tutorial like on how to use Skype. You can just click ignore on this one. I already did all these steps, so the only thing I'll have to do is to go ahead and launch Skype. By default, the installer places an icon on the desktop that allows you to launch the program. And usually also by default, Skype will start automatically with Windows. Now I've turned off Skype, so I've completely exited the program. It is not running anymore from the system tray 2. So what I'm gonna do, I'll go on my desktop by pressing Windows D.
Windows D, folder view, list view, user.
I'll find the Skype icon.
S, Skype.
And then I'll press enter.
Enter.
It may take a couple of seconds before being ready.
Skype. Skype cannot be used for emergency calling.
Okay, I think we're
My
now
info,
set.
active
There we
button.
go.
To activate, press spacebar. Welcome, Canadialog. Welcome, Canadialog.
Okay, thank you. So I'm now ready to use Skype. By default, just 2018 and just 2019 will automatically turn off the virtual PC cursor. So if you're using a previous version of JAWS, like JAWS 17, JAWS 18, you may turn it off manually. Why the virtual PC cursor is turned off? It's because by default, Skype is presented the same way as a web page. However, there's not a lot of landmarks like headings, links, button you can use to find your way. So that's why it's going to be easier by just navigating using the tab key, arrow keys, enter in space most part of the time. So that's why it is the virtual PC cursor is turned off. So if you're using a previous version to JAWS 18, please do it manually. It's not warranted that everything will work as expected, but you may try to turn it off. Maybe in some situations it's going to be better and you'll have better results. The key commands to turn on or off or to toggle the virtual PC cursor will be insert Z as in Zulu. So if I'm pressing it now,
Use virtual PC cursor on.
there we go. Now I'll turn it back off.
Use virtual PC cursor off.
Here we go. If you're using NVDA, the best way will be to turn on the NVDA form mode in order to navigate in Skype by just using the tab key and arrow keys. You can turn it on or off. The command to toggle the form mode with NVDA is insert spacebar. So if it is turned off, you'll have to deal with the virtual web interface. When it's turned on, you may have an experience similar to classic applications in Windows. So, as a reminder, when you turn it on, you may hear this sound. When you turn it off, this sound. So make sure when opening Skype with NVDA to press insert space until you'll hear this sound. And after that, you should be okay to start navigating the interface, but please keep in mind that NVDA provides less functionalities, less script that just provides to improve the final user experience with Skype. And this is why during this demonstration, I'll use JAWS only. The Skype window is separate in 4 different tabs. The first one is the Chat tab. We have the Call tab, Contact, and Notifications. And majority of these tabs can be selected or accessed by a simple keyboard shortcut. The keyboard shortcut to activate the Chat tab is Alt 1. You can activate the Contact tab by pressing Alt 2. You can go into the notification tab by pressing Control I as in India. Unfortunately, for the call tab, I don't have any shortcuts for it, but at this time, this is not something that's really essential because actually I can manage all my activities using only the chat and contacts tab. So, and there's also another shortcut. It is Alt-3 that will allow you to search for Skype bots. This is a shortcut provided by Microsoft. However, I'm not able to use it when pressing Alt-3.
Alt-3.
Nothing's happened. So I'm not sure this shortcut is still available. It is still visible in the shortcut list from Microsoft, but I'm not sure this is still active. Anyway, at this time, bots are not really useful, and I'm not sure a lot of you are using bots. So anyway, maybe in the future it's going to be reactivated. I really don't know. Don't worry, by the way, regarding shortcuts. What I'm going to do, I'll give shortcuts during the entire show, but at the end, I'll give you a summary of the shortcuts you can use, shortcuts especially designed for Skype. And if you look at our website in the show description, you'll be able to find a list of all these shortcuts, and I'll also put a link to the Microsoft website that presents the shortcut for Skype when using it with Windows or Mac OS. I'll go ahead and show you how it is possible to navigate in each tab during the podcast. Just to give you an overview, I'll just press Alt-1.
Alt-1. Conversations list. Alexandre Belmar. Online. Chat. OK. 12 plus.
Okay, so
Plus
I can navigate into my conversations by just pressing up and down arrow. Now, if I press
Tab. Select profile picture button. Tab. Tab. Start a conversation button.
then you have some options. Then if I press Alt-2 to navigate into my contacts.
Alt-2. Invite to Skype button.
Then if I press the down arrow, by default, after pressing Alt-2, the focus should be placed on Invite to Skype. By the way, pay attention. This is not the button that will allow you to add a new contact to Skype. We'll see how to do this a bit later on. So I'll just press the down arrow and you'll see.
Suggested. Alexandre Belmar. Active.
Okay, so this is a contact.
A. Alexandre Belmar. Active. E. Echo/sound test service.
Etc. So I can navigate into my contacts this way. I have no way, unfortunately, to type in the first letter of the name of the contact, but we'll see later on that it is possible to search for an existing contact. The other things you'll need to know about before starting to use Skype is how to use the Skype setting panel. You can access settings by pressing Ctrl,
Account and profile dialog. Birthday, add birthday, your profile, manage how you are seen on Skype, your account.
Okay, I'll just press the Control, and this setting window, you'll have tabs, but they are not named as tab by JAWS. I'll just press the Tab key.
Tab. Account and profile. Selected button. To activate, press spacebar.
Right now, this is Account and Profile that is selected.
Tab. General button.
I'll come back to this one a bit later on. I just gonna show you the rest.
Tab. Calling button. To
calling.
Tab. Messaging button. To activate, press space.
For setting regarding calling and messaging.
Tab. Notifications button.
Notifications. I'll talk a bit later on about the notification center, and I'll show you that it is also possible to change notification settings directly inside the notification center. However, I'll not go ahead and explore these settings. I'll let you go doing it by yourself.
Tab. Contacts button. To activate, press spacebar. Tab. Help and feedback button. Tab. Profile picture.
And I think we're done.
Tab. Signed in as Canada. Tab. Skype. Tab. Birthday. Tab. Skype. Tab. Your profile. Tab. Your account. Tab. Money. Set. Tab. Close your tab. Account and profile. Close button. Tab. Account and profile. Selected button.
Okay, and what I just did, I was Still pressing tab, and I pass through the options related to the account and profile tab. I'll just go ahead and show you something regarding the audio. This is not something related to the accessibility, but being into the settings, I'll just go ahead and show you.
Tab, general but tab, audio and video button.
I'll press enter.
Enter. Audio and video settings. Learn more link.
All right. At the same time, it is showing you how to select a tab and how to save settings. So that's not a bad idea to go ahead and modify this.
Tab, microphone, default communications device button menu.
So from there, I can go ahead and change my default input audio device.
Tab, automatically adjust microphone settings.
And there, this is a button. You have the choice to select on or off. And we don't have any information provided. If I press the space bar,
space, off, space, on, checked.
You see? So you'll find a couple of settings this way in Skype. So if you are not sure if it's a setting or something, just start to press space. Maybe it's going to toggle between on and off. By default, this is on. I'll suggest you to
space, off.
Put it off, because in some situations during a call, the volume can fluctuate depending on the noises around you. So I'll suggest you to turn this off, and so on. You'll be able, after that, if you prefer, to adjust the volume of the microphone manually. And in some situation, you may experience better calls quality, especially for the persons who listen to you. After changing this kind of settings, I don't need to click save or something like this. I can just press escape key.
Escape. Echo/sound test.
And there we go. I am back into my contact list, and this is it. The other thing that you may have to do before being able to use Skype is to add a shortcut to your desktop icon. So I'll show you later on that if you receive an incoming call, it's going to be easier to answer this call if the Skype window is closed. So you'll have to press this shortcut, and after that, you'll be able to quickly open Skype and see who's calling and decide if you want to answer or not. So first of all, I'll go ahead and quit Skype. I'll press Ctrl Q here for quit.
Control Q, JAWS home use.
This command will completely disable or turn off Skype. Skype will no longer run in the system tree. So if you receive a call, if you receive a message, you'll miss it. I'm just exiting Skype completely to make sure the shortcut will work as expected after creating it. So as a reminder, go to your desktop.
Windows D, folder view, list view, Skype.
We are already on the Skype icon. Press Alt-Enter to open Properties.
Alt-Enter. Skype Properties dialog, shortcut page.
I'll go ahead and press Tab.
Tab, Start in : Edit. Tab, Shortcut key : Hotkey, none.
And then I'll go ahead and press S as in Sierra or Skype.
S.
And so I'll be able to launch Skype by pressing Ctrl-Alt-S. I'll need to press Tab until I'll find the Apply button.
Tab, Run tab, Comment tab, Open tab, Change tab, Advance tab, OK tab, Cancel tab, Apply button.
Here we go. I'll press Enter.
Enter. Access denied dialog. You will need to provide administrator permission to change these settings. Click Continue to complete this operation. Continue button.
This is a normal prompt from Windows when adding a shortcut, a keyboard shortcut to a desktop icon. So I'll just have to press Enter on Continue. That's the default button.
Enter. Apply button.
Then I'll use Back tab.
Shift tab. Shortcut tab. Shift tab. Shift tab. OK button.
And click OK.
Enter. Desktop.
We're done. Then if I go ahead and press Ctrl-Alt-S as in Skype.
Alt-Control-S. Taskbar.
Skype should be back on in a couple of seconds.
Skype. Skype cannot be used for emergency calling.
Yes, I know. I should have the welcome in a second. By the way, note that they've removed the
My Info, active
sound
button. To activate, press spacebar. Welcome, Canadialog.
There we go. They've removed the Skype welcome sound prior to version 8. When launching Skype, it was possible to hear a sound saying that the connection was properly established. However, this one is now gone. Another thing you may know about Skype is the fact that there's also a menu bar into Skype 8. This is not easy to find because if you go ahead and press Alt, nothing's happened. So, in order to open the file menu, you'll have to press Alt F.
Alt F. Menu. To move through items, press up or down arrow.
So F as in Foxtrot. Then if I go down.
New group ... Control plus G. New chat ... Control plus N.
And you also have a couple of additional shortcuts there.
New call ... View profile ... Sign out. Quit Control plus Q.
Okay, so the sign out, if you want to log off from Skype, that's the option you'll have to choose. If you go ahead and click quit, it's gonna exit completely Skype. Skype will be turned off as we just did previously. So I'll press escape. I have no possibility to just press the right arrow to navigate to the next menu. I need to close, first of all,
Escape.
the menu.
Leaving menus.
Then open the second one. The second one will be the edit menu. Pressing Alt-E as an echo.
Alt-E. Menu. To move through items, press up or down arrow.
Then I'll go down.
Undo Control plus Z. Redo Control plus Y. Cut Control plus X. Copy Control plus C. Paste Control plus V. Select all Control plus A. Search Skype ... Control plus Shift plus S.
We'll talk about this one later on.
Undo Control plus Z.
And we're done. This menu is mostly useful during a conversation, especially when writing down some text, as you can see. Pressing escape.
Escape. Leaving menus.
View. Alt-V as in vector.
Alt-V. Menu. To move through items, press up or down arrow.
If I go down.
Toggle full screen F11. Actual size Control plus 0. Zoom in Control plus Shift plus equals. Zoom out Control plus dash. Toggle full screen F11.
And we're done. I'll not give detailed advices regarding these options because these options are mostly visual options. Anyway, then I'll press again escape.
Escape. Leaving menus.
Missing the tool menu. Alt-T as in tool, Tango.
Alt-T. Menu. To move through items, press up. Settings ... Control plus comma.
Settings, Control comma. This is where we just went a couple of minutes ago.
Audio and video settings ...
You can launch the audio video settings from there too, instead of going into your setting panel.
Export chat history from Skype 7.x ...
Okay, this is to export a chat history.
Settings ... Control plus comma.
And this is it.
Escape. Leaving menus.
And then the help menu, Alt-H, as in hotel or help.
Alt-H. Menu. Learn about Skype. Skype status. Go to support. Ask the Skype community. Third-party notices. Privacy and cookies. Terms of use. About Skype. Check for updates. Report a problem ... Learn about Skype.
And you may notice that in this menu, there's nothing talking about keyboard shortcuts. Why? Because
Escape.
95% of the users of Skype are not using them. That's it. So that's why you'll have to search on the web to find them out, and the help it's not providing a lot of information regarding the accessibility on the keyboard. The other thing that I want to mention is that there is also a context menu still available in Skype. So if you're unable to find an option and you're looking for it, you can still use the contextual menu by doing a right click. You can perform this by pressing the application key or Shift F10. Let's say that I go into the chat tab by pressing Alt-1.
Alt-1. Conversations list.
Perfect.
Alexandre Belmar.
I'll select my name. Then if I press the application key.
Applications. Menu. To add to favorites. Block Alexandre. Hide conversation. Delete conversation. Mark as read. View profile. Add to favorites.
So I have a couple of additional options there.
Escape. Leaving menus.
Then, if I use my arrow keys, remember that if I press up arrow, I am at the top of the list. Nothing there. If I press down arrow,
+1888730.
okay, that's another chat,
+1800.
etc. Now, I'm going to show you how it looks like if you turn on the virtual PC cursor, just in case, because in some situation you may experience pop-ups that in some situation might be difficult to close using the tab or shift tab key, then the enter key. So in this kind of situation, if you really need to close a pop-up and you're unable to find it out, the best way will be maybe to use the virtual PC cursor. So I'll go ahead and turn it on by pressing Insert Z.
Use virtual PC cursor on.
And then, just to show you the entire interface, I'll press Control Home.
Skype preview.
And now we are like in a web page.
My info. Active button.
I'm just using now the down arrow.
Canadialog Incorporated button. More people. Use dial. Chats. Calls. Contacts. 3 of 4 tab. Notifications. No new notifications. 4 of 4. Sort menu. New chat button. Group start. Alexandre Belmar. +1888730. +1800. +1.
You know?
Welcome. Select. Tell your friend. Start a. Search for. Not you. Link. Check account.
So I have a lot of stuff there. And let's say that I go ahead and open a conversation. After the conversation list, I'll be able to see the panel related to the conversation that I'm actually viewing and so on. So it might be a bit sometimes hard to find the appropriate information, but usually if there's a pop-up, something that you need to close before moving forward, you'll have to go there. Then usually at the bottom of the window you can, let's say, press Control hand to go there, then close the pop-up. And pay attention to this, because in 2018 the thing is that there are no secret receipt that will bring you to the point that you want to go. Let's say that step 1 plus step 2 will not all the time give step 3. Like in some situation you may have step 1.52 result before, and with upgrades, constant updates that are pushed with pop-up that are pairing the screen, for a sighted person, this is not disturbing at all, because, oh, the pop-up is there, I'll just bring the mouse there and close it and off. That's it. But for us, the challenge we have every day is to be able to explore the entire screen and use all the tools that are available for us, and then find the appropriate way to navigate and find the appropriate information we need in the page and be able to work without any issues. So, every day when opening a computer, I have no idea what I can face with. So this is my everyday challenge. And let's say if I'm navigating the web on Amazon, on Facebook, Twitter, it's going to be the same thing. These platforms are all the time changing day after day, so I need to be able to deal with. Skype will be updated now on a regular basis, and some pop-up, you may be prompted to leave some comments in some situations, and until you're not completing the pop-up, you'll not be able to move forward anymore. So that's our challenge. So pay attention and make sure to explore your screen and take the time to do it before selecting items. And if you're not familiar with this, take the time to find tips and tricks, and for sure it's going to help you finding the appropriate information and to be more efficient when navigating on a computer. So I'll just go ahead and turn back off the virtual PC cursor by pressing Insert Z again.
Use virtual PC cursor off.
Okay, and now if I use up arrow,
+188873000.
again,
Alexandre.
I am back in my conversation list. Now that we make a quick tour of the Skype interface, what I would like to do is to go ahead with you and add a contact so we can interact with this person. So first of all, what I'm going to do, I'll press Alt-2 in order to select the contact tab. And from there, we'll be able to go ahead and add Olivier. So we'll be able to say hi to him and discuss a bit with him. So I'll press Alt-2.
Alt-2. Invite to Skype button. To activate, press spacebar.
By default, we are placed on the Invite to Skype button, which is not the right choice. We'll have to press Shift-Tab in order to find how to contact.
Shift-Tab. Add new contact button menu.
So, add new contact. Perfect. That's the quickest way to find this button. By pressing Shift-Tab, you can for sure press Tab, but you'll need to navigate across a multiple option and then maybe do the entire tour of the window before being able to find the appropriate one. So this is a pop-up menu button. I'll press the space bar in order to interact with it.
Space. Add a new contact dialog. Close button. To activate, press space bar. No results found for.
Okay, now if I press Tab.
Tab. Find people button. To activate,
I have Find People.
Tab. Invite to Skype button.
Or Invite to Skype.
Tab. Add a new contact. Close button. Tab. Find people.
So we'll go ahead and click Find People.
Space. Add a new contact dialog. Close button. To activate, press spacebar. Find people, edit. Find people. Type in text.
Okay, so now I am in the edit box to search for someone. So I'll type Olivier's Skype username. So to keep privacy,
none.
I'll just put my keyboard echo to none. I'll just type in and press enter.
17 items found.
Here we go. I'll
Characters.
put it back to characters. Then I can press Tab to find search results.
Tab. Close search button. Tab. Olivier Danjou. Skype name : Olivier Danjou. Conversation item read only.
All right, I think it's the one.
Skype directory. Olivier Danjou. Skype name : live : Danjou Olivier. Conversation item read only.
So I can navigate in the results by pressing up or down arrow. Then
Skype.
I'll make sure.
Olivier Danjou. Skype name :
Okay, I'll be back on the first one. Then if I press Tab,
Tab. Add to contacts button. To
I can click this one to add to contacts.
Tab. Add a new contact dialog. Close button. Tab. Close button.
And
Tab. Find people. Tab.
I think
Close
I can
tab.
just
Olivier.
let me try to
Enter.
press enter.
Profile dialog.
There we go.
Olivier Danjou seen days ago. Add to favorites. This gallery is empty. Photos, files, and web links shared in this chat will appear here. Back button. To
Okay,
active.
then if I press that, maybe we'll be able to confirm.
Tab. Olivier Danjou. Profile picture. Button. Tab.
Where
Mood
yep.
message : life is so short. Enjoy all the great moments with your family and friends. Button. To activate, press spacebar.
All right, so that's the mode
Tab.
message.
Add on Skype button. To tab. Send message button. To activate, tab. Start call button.
All
To
right.
shift
So
tab.
let me
Add on
click
Skype button.
on add on Skype.
Enter. Profile dialog. Olivier Danjou seen days ago. Add to.
Okay, and what I'll suggest you after adding it as a contact, you may send an hello message or just to make sure he'll receive the request you made, because in some situation when adding to a contact, you may notice that your contact that you're trying to add will not receive this kind of notification.
Tab. Back button. Tab. Olivier Danjou. Tab. Name edit. Tab. Mood message : tab. Send message button.
So I'll click on send message.
Enter. One new notification.
And to place the focus in the edit field, what I'll suggest you to do, it's a JAWS command. Press Insert Control E
Type a message here. Edit.
as
Type
an echo. Then now I can type.
HELLO exclaim. Enter. Message sent.
And if I want to review my conversation history, then I can press Insert Control Y.
History list. To activate, press spacebar. Canadialog Incorporated. Hello. Sent at 9:34 p.m.
And if I want to come back to my conversation list, my conversation history, I can press Alt-1.
Alt-1. Conversations list. Olivier Danjou. Chat. Hello. 9:34 p.m. No new messages.
Then if I want to go into my contact list, then I can press Alt-2.
Alt-2. Invite to Skype button. To activate.
Then I can press down arrow.
Suggested. Alexandre. Olivier Danjou. Active. A. E. Echo /sound. Oh, Olivier Donju, active, conversation item. To activate, press spacebar.
And then if I want to come back in
Typing.
his conversation,
New message from Olivier Donju. Hi, received at 9:35 p.m.
there we go. So I'll press enter.
Enter. Type a message here. Edit. Type in text. Open N-I-C-T-O space T-A-L-K space O space Y-O-U. Exclaim space J-U-S-T space E-N-D space A-N space N-N-O-T-E-O-S-E-A-G space P-L-E-A-S-E period.
Okay.
Enter. Message sent.
Then I'll just minimize the window.
Windows D. Folder.
We'll wait a couple of seconds. He should send me another message because I just want to show you how it is possible to retrieve notifications.
New notification from Skype. Olivier Donju, I think I fixed my problem with Excel. Skype.
Okay, so this is the new message we've got. If I want to ask JAWS to repeat the notification,
Internet X
now I am
NVDA.
on my desktop.
Control panel.
Okay, I can just press insert space, then Shift R.
New notification from Skype. Olivier Donju, I think I fixed my problem with Excel. Skype.
Okay, so now I'm able to just have this last notification repeated to me without opening Skype. Then I can come back to Skype by pressing Alt Tab.
Alt Tab. Skype left bracket 1 right bracket. Chats 1.
Okay, so the 1 is because I have a new notification. Then I can press Control I as in India to open the notification panel.
Control I. Notifications. Restart tutorial 10 minutes. Unread button.
And now if I'm using my arrow keys, I have nothing in extra there. So I have only one notification, and even if I got a notification from Olivier, I'm just unable to see it in my notification center. This is normal because Skype is not displaying any notifications regarding to conversation. So when receiving messages or when missing a call, this is something bad because you don't have any way to view all the notifications that are waiting for you. And I don't know why they are doing this. If I press Shift Tab,
View menu, All button menu.
Here's the menu related to the notification center. I'll press the space bar.
Space, menu. To move through items, press up or down arrow.
And then if I press down arrow,
all checked.
Now I can see that all notifications will be displayed.
Mentions,
so I can check only mentions.
Reactions.
Or reactions. Mentions, if you decide to, let's say, quote someone in a message. Reaction, this is something visual. Let's say that you want to react with an emoji or something like this. I'll do it a bit later just to show you. And
mark all as read.
So yes, you can mark all notification as read, but however, even if you can mark them as read, you can't delete a notification. So even if the notification is marked as read, you have no possibility to delete it. So you're just a bit stuck with your notifications, and I did not find any way to delete them completely. If I go down again,
notification settings.
Here's the settings related to notification. I can from there display the notification, the push notification for instant messages. I can decide if I want to have some push notifications for some events. I can decide to, even if I'm in do not disturb mode, I have the possibility to check if I want to receive instant messages on Skype or not. But even if you have all these options in the setting panel for notifications, you'll not be able to make it to display the notifications related to miss text message or instant message or missed call in your notification center. So if you want to be able to see what you've missed, you'll have no choice to press Alt 1 and then navigate in your conversation tab list and see if you have some unread conversations. I'll press escape from there.
Escape. Leaving menus.
And what I'm going to do, I'll just go ahead, I'll return into my conversation panel by pressing Alt-1.
Alt-1. Olivier Donjou.
There we go. I'll
Alexandre Belmar.
find my name.
Enter. Opening chat Alexandre Belmar. Type a message here, edit.
And from there, I'll send a message to myself on another Skype account.
HELLO space TASSST period. Enter. Message sent.
All right, I got it. So what I'm going to do, I'll grab my smartphone and send a reaction, and I'll be right back.
One new notification. No new notifications.
Okay, this is what we've heard, and I've reacted to this message by sending a monkey. I'll not show you especially how to react to a Skype message because this is something really visual and that you'll not really care about, I think. So anyway, you'll have the possibility to do it by opening the
Shift tab. Open expression picker button.
Open expression picker. I think this is the way you'll have to do it.
Tab.
Anyways, I did it using my iPhone. So now I'll just press Control-I as in India again.
Control-I. Notifications. Alexandre Belmar reacted with emoticon monkey to hello. This is a test dot button.
Okay, so here's the monkey. And then
Restart.
if I'm not removing the reaction from my other smartphone, I have no way to delete the notification. Even if, let's say, I press enter there,
type a message here, edit.
I'll send something else.
Blank, 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 tab.
Oh, I'll press again, insert Control-E again here. Oh, just before doing this, you have also the possibility now, since I think a week, to press Alt-Shift-E as an echo. This is a shortcut implemented by Microsoft that will also allow you to place back the focus into the edit field. So let's do it with Alt-Shift-E.
Alt-Shift-E. Type a message here, edit. Type in text ASOTAG period.
Okay, here's the message. Pressing enter.
Enter. Message sent.
Fantastic. And if I go ahead and reopen the notification center, Control-I.
Control-I. Notifications. Alexandre Belmar reacted with emoticon monkey to hello. This is a test dot button.
I'm stuck with it. So no possibility to remove it. So what I'm going to do, I'll come back into my conversation by pressing Alt-1.
Alt-1. Conversations list. Alexandre Belmar.
And then I'll find back the one with Olivier using down arrow.
Olivier Donjou. Online. Chat. I think I fixed my problem with Excel. 9:43 p.m. One new message. Button.
Oh, and there we go. Now I can see that I have one new message, but this is not really nice because you need to listen to all the conversation, and after that you may hear the mention one new message. So I'll just press enter.
Enter. Opening chat Olivier Donjou. Type a message here, edit. Type in text.
There we go. So now I can reply to him.
GOEAT! Exclaim. Enter. Message sent.
And if I go back into the history, insert Control-Y.
History list. To activate. Olivier Donjou. I think I fixed. Conversation read up to this point by one person.
So now I'm just using the up or down arrow keys.
Canadialog Incorporated. Great.
Okay. Pressing insert Control-E again.
Type a message here, edit.
And then I'll show you something. I'll just type this is nice.
TAISIS space.
But I'll type NCE instead of nice, okay?
Period. Enter. Message sent.
And I'll show you that it is possible to correct a message that you've already sent by pressing up arrow.
This is misspelled and misspelled.
Okay.
Period. Miss C.
I can use my arrow keys.
And misspelled.
Or Control left, Control right.
Misspelled N, C.
So I'll just hide the
Charlie.
sorry.
I.
Then pressing enter.
Enter. Send edited message.
And then if I go into my history, insert Control-Y.
History list. To activate, press Canadialog Incorporated. This is nice. Sent at 9:56 p.m.
And at the top of it,
Canadialog Incorporated. Great. Sent at 9:55 p.m.
So we are able to correct a message. I'll just come back to my edit box.
Type a message here, edit.
Insert Control-E. And you can see in the history that you have no possibility to read out a message characters by characters or word by words. And the only way you'll have two solutions. The first one will be to use speech history by pressing insert space then H, but it might be a bit more difficult. The other possibility you'll have is to turn on the virtual PC cursor and use Skype if it was a real web interface. So this is what I'll do. Insert Z.
Use virtual PC cursor on.
And I'll find back the edit box by pressing letter E.
Type a message here, edit.
Perfect. Then if I press up arrow.
Type a open more this is nice. Great. Conversation, more options, but react to this message button. I think I fixed my problem with Excel.
So you know you are able to review the conversation. Then if I use Control right arrow.
Think I fix my problem. ROBLEM SPATASCEL period.
All right. Then if I turn off the virtual PC cursor, insert Z.
Use virtual PC cursor off.
There we go. Then I can press insert Control E. Oh, it's because I'm already in. If I press insert Control Y, let's try.
History list.
There we go. Insert Control E.
Type a message here, edit.
Etc. etc. So this is a nice thing to know. If you need to review a message or something like this, you'll have the possibility to do so. Also, JAWS allows you to view in some situation the conversation list.
New message from Olivier Donjou. Yes, this was a strange bug. By the way, do you know how I can check if Office is properly reactivated? Received at 9:59 p.m.
Oh yes, there's a way to do so. I'll go ahead and explain him when we'll do the voice call in a couple of seconds. Anyway, if you want, instead of pressing Alt-1, you can also find your conversation list by pressing Insert Control-N as in Nancy.
Conversations list. Olivier Donjou, Alexandre Belmar.
Now I'm just using the up and down arrow keys.
+1800, Alexandre Olivier Donjou, enter. Type a message here, edit.
And then I can just press enter to come back to this conversation. So this is it for the chat. What I'm gonna suggest to you is to start a Skype call. Two possibilities. The first one will be to launch a simple audio call by pressing Ctrl-Shift-P for phone, or the second one will be to launch a call with the video by pressing Ctrl-Shift-K. So what we're gonna do here, I'll go ahead and press right away Ctrl-Shift-P. You can, by the way, do it from the contact list by pressing Alt-2, selecting the appropriate contact, and before doing this command, please make sure to be in the profile of this contact by pressing enter. Otherwise, you may call another contact, or you will just call the person you just chat with before. So now we are in Olivier's conversation because I am in the right conversation. So I can just press Ctrl-Shift-P and it should start ringing in a second.
Ctrl-Shift-P. End call button. To activate, press spacebar.
All right, then. So now it's ringing.
Starting audio call. Share screen. Dialogue.
Hello?
Share your screen.
Hi.
Browse the web view documents together.
Hi.
Start a presentation.
How are you doing?
Tutorial dialogue. Share screen.
Fine, yeah.
Button. Share your screen. Browse the web. View document.
Yes, it's going to be better if I'm not prompting by Skype to share my screen. Just a second. I'll just go ahead and ignore this out. So
Tab. Skip tutorial button.
I'll just press tab, then skip tutorial.
Space.
It's
Call
going to be
layout and
better.
settings button.
There we go. Okay. Yeah, Skype can prompt you the first time you're doing some calls. It can prompt you with tutorial on how to share your screen, how to make video calls, etc., etc. So, well, this is sometimes annoying, but no choice to deal with. Yes, I'm doing well. I just want to check if you're still alive.
Yes, I am.
Great, excellent. So, yes, talking about Office, usually you can go in Files, then Account, and from there you should be able to see if you're connected to your Microsoft Office account and see if the account is properly activated. Not the account, the Microsoft Office copy, sorry.
Because it doesn't say it clearly. I had to reinstall completely. As you know, I had some
Excel
weird
was just
bug.
freezing. Yeah. In this case, don't worry. Office will tell you. If it needs an activation, don't worry. Office will tell you.
I was able to turn off automatic update.
Great.
I was surprised that they let me do that. Just the user account control, and that was done.
Yeah, it's possible to do so. Yeah, it's possible. Normally, it's possible to do so. All right, so maybe we can talk about this a bit later on. I'll just finish recording, and maybe we'll be able to discuss about this. So right now, I am in the conversation window, but in the call window. So if I press tab, you'll be able to see the option we have.
Tab, add people button.
So add people to this call.
Tab, open conversation button. Tab, mute button.
Do you want me to call you back or?
Yeah, in just a second. Maybe I'll just go ahead and show the option there. And yes, after showing these options, yes.
Before I actually do that, I'll actually tell our listeners that I have a lot of work, but I'm planning about making some other podcasts, maybe more in the holidays period.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm still alive.
Great. Yeah, maybe the 2 semesters is going to be, you'll have more time. So it's going to be more relaxed. So yes, we'll be glad to hear you back again.
And I had problems to set, so yeah, and I'm busy. But yeah, tonight I could take some time for you.
Yeah. Anyway, it's not so long. It's just a second, maybe 10 minutes. So yeah. But it's shorter than recording a complete podcast. So
yeah.
All right. So I'll wish you good luck for the end of this semester, and maybe we'll be able to do a podcast during the holiday. So together.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Yeah, hope so.
So I call you back.
Just a second before, I just want to complete the explanation of the options. Then, don't worry. Just stay with me a second. And after that, yes, we'll be able to...
okay. While you do that, I'll mute so I can continue checking Office.
Okay. Yep. Maybe just stay there. Maybe 30 sec again. Okay. Just want to show something there. Okay, 1 second.
Shift tab, open conversation button.
So here's the open conversation button.
Tab, mute button.
Here's the mute button, but I'll give you some shortcuts in a second.
Tab, end call button. To activate
the end call.
Tab, share screen button. To activate, press spacebar.
That I was prompted with a tutorial a few seconds ago.
Tab, snapshot button.
This is visual information.
Tab, show reactions button. To activate, press spacebar.
Show reactions. Again, this is visual.
Tab, more options button. To activate, press.
And more options. Okay. I think this is it. Now, if I go ahead and press Control M.
Control M. Microphone muted.
I don't hear you anymore.
Yep. Microphone muted. I'll press again Control M.
Control M.
Yep.
Microphone unmuted.
Microphone unmuted. Now I'm back.
Yes.
So this is the way to mute quickly the microphone. If you want to quickly turn it off, that's the best way to do so. And if I want to end this call, I'll go ahead and press Control E as an echo or end. And now the call should end. So just wait 30 seconds and maybe call me right back, okay?
Okay.
Perfect. So Control E.
Control E. Type a message.
Okay, the call has ended. What I'm going to do, I'll just press Alt F4.
Alt F4.
And then I'll make
Alt
sure
tab,
that I have
JAWS home.
no more
Alt
windows
tab, JAWS home view.
open
Alt tab, JAWS home.
except the JAWS windows. There we go. Because when the call will ring, I want to show you that I can press Ctrl Alt S after setting up a Skype shortcut on my desktop. And then Skype will open, and after that I can press Insert Tab to see who's calling, and just press Ctrl-Shift-P to answer. But before pressing Ctrl-Shift-P, I'll also show you the other options that are available in the window by pressing Tab and Shift-Tab. Alright, Ctrl-Alt-S.
Alt-Control-S, taskbar.
We need to wait a couple of sec.
Skype. Olivier Donjou.
There we go.
Incoming call from Olivier Donjou.
So this is
keyboard shortcut
what I can receive when pressing
decline button to activate.
Insert tab. Pressing tab, decline.
Tab. Answer call from Olivier Donjou with voice only button. Tab. My info. Active button to
And
shift tab. Incoming call from Olivier Donjou. Use keyboard shift tab. Incoming call.
Or I can also insert with video with Ctrl-Shift-K.
Control-Shift.
So Ctrl-Shift-P, and now
button to
the call was answered, and I'm placed back on the hand call button. So hi again.
Hi.
All right, so okay, now we are on the call, and I think this is it. So maybe the last thing I'm gonna do is to send you a file. I'll just send you a test file to show to everybody how to do so. So I think this is it. So,
Yeah.
right.
Which file will you send me?
Or I'll just send a text file just to show test.txt.
And did you want to show, because when you did the French podcast, you showed how to decline a call?
Yes. Before answering the call, I was able to show the same time where is located the decline button. There's no shortcut, but you can just click this button by finding it by pressing Tab or Shift Tab, then pressing Enter or the space bar. So, but I think this is not. We don't have to launch a new Skype call to show it. Just need to find it out, then press Enter or space. I was able to show it already.
Okay, good.
Great. All right.
Great.
So good luck for the end of the semester, and hope we'll be able to talk again during the holidays.
Yeah.
All right. So now I'll just go ahead and end this call by pressing Ctrl-E again. So bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Control-E. Type a message here. Edit. Type in text. How would you rate the quality of this call?
Oh.
Dialogue. Olivier Donjou call ended. How would you rate the quality of this call?
Now
1-star
I am
button.
prompted
To activate, press
to
spacebar.
rate
New
the
message.
quality of this call. If I want to do so, I just need to press Tab. Anyways, I have no choice to do so.
Tab. 2-star tab. 3-star tab. 4-star tab. 5-star tab. Cancel button. To
Or
activate. Shift
cancel.
tab.
I'll
5
just
stars.
click 5 because it was great quality.
Space. 5 stars. Selected.
And then Tab again.
Tab. Send button.
And I need to click
Space.
Send.
Type a message here. Edit. Type.
All right. And now I am back into the edit field to type another message. Make sure after each call to see if there is a dialogue prompting you to rate the previous call, because if you're not doing this and not answering to this dialogue, if you have to quickly answer a call, you'll not be able to do so because you'll need to complete this dialogue first. It's going to block the interaction with Skype. Anyway, that's the case. So as I was saying before, if I want to send a file, this is what I'm going to do. I can press Ctrl-Shift-F for Foxtrot or file.
Control-Shift-F. Open dialog. File name : combo box. File name : edit combo.
And
to set the value, use the arrow.
I am prompted with a open dialog, like if I was opening a document through the notepad or through Word. depending what you're doing. Same thing as if you're also saving a document. So I'll just press Shift Tab.
Shift Tab, Explorer pane, Folder Layout pane, Shell Folder, Shift Tab, Not Selected Locales.
I'll press
Shell
Backspace because I don't know where I am.
Explorer pane.
Press it a couple of times, then down arrow.
Network, Library, This PC.
This PC,
Enter,
perfect.
Shell Folder
back.
View, Explorer
Then
pane,
I
Shell
can find my document
D,
by pressing
Desktop,
D.
D, Documents.
Then Enter.
Enter, Shell Folder View, Explorer pane, Folder Layout pane, Shell Folder View, Items View
Then I'll press T for test.
T, Test.txt.
Text, TXT. Heva is pronouncing now TXT as text. So I'll press Enter.
Enter, Skype Preview. Type a message here, edit. Type in text. File sent.
All right, great. And now if I want to go back into my history, I'll press Insert Control Y and we'll see different action we've just did.
History list. Canadialog Incorporated sent a document as.txt.
And then if I press the up arrow.
A call from Olivier Donjou at 10:17 p.m.
Then again.
A call from Canadialog Incorporated at 10:09 p.m. Conversation read up to this point by one person.
This is me, because why? He answered my call, but he did not reopen the conversation, and that's why I'm the only one who can see that this conversation has been read.
Olivier Donjou, yes, this was a strange bug. By the way, do you know how...
etc., etc. So I think this is the most common way to interact with contact. By the way, if you want to review the profile of this contact, you can press in the conversation box or into the contact list after selecting this contact by pressing enter. You can also press Ctrl P to access back his profile.
Profile dialog. Seen 3 minutes ago. Add to favorites. Close user profile button. To activate, press spacebar.
And then I can navigate by pressing tab.
Tab. Olivier Donjou. Profile picture dot button. Tab. Name edit. Olivier Donjou. Type in text.
Yeah, I can change the name because I can rename it for something else to better find him into my contact list. So let's say I don't want Olivier Donjou. I can just put there Olivier and that's it. So this is a feature.
Tab. Mood message : life is so short. Tab. Send message button. Tab. Start call button. Tab. Start private conversation button. Tab. Send and request money button. Tab. Create new group with Olivier Donjou button.
So I have many
Tab.
options there.
Start translator tab. Skype name Olivier Donjou button. Tab. Location Clermont CA button.
And then I can check the location.
Tab. Add to favorites, switch off.
I can also add it to my favorites.
Tab. Delete contact button.
And if I want to delete it from my contact list, this is the way to do so.
Tab. File 1 of 1 button. Tab. Open chat gallery button. Tab. Chat settings button. Tab. Block contact button.
I can block it.
Tab. Profile. Tab. Close user profile button.
And we're done. So I'll click on close profile.
Space. Olivier Donjou. Yes, this was a...
And again, if I press insert Ctrl E,
type a message here, edit.
I am back into my edit field to type a message. Another thing that I would like to bring to your attention is the fact that if you're in a group conversation, so in a conversation with more than one person, you may be unable to review the history by pressing insert Ctrl Y. Due to the design of the window, it should be something that will be corrected soon. However, if you're unable to access the history of a conversation or a discussion, the best way to access it, now we are in the edit field, the best way to access it will be to press Shift Tab.
Shift Tab. Open expression picker button. To Shift Tab. Canadialog Incorporated send a document test.txt. Shift Tab. Canadialog Incorporated is sending test.txt file size 32 bytes. Download
And
file at 10:20 p.m. Button. To conversation read up to this point by
I press down arrow.
A call from Olivier Donjou,
etc. So if you're trying to access your history, you can, from the edit box, press 3 times Shift Tab and you should be there. By the way,
a call from Canadialog Incorporated sent a document.
I'll go back to this one. For information, the right-click,
Applications. Menu. To
so
move
the
through items,
application
press up
key,
or down.
the context menu.
Save as. Remove. Save as. Forward. Select messages.
So the context menu
Escape.
is also available in the history. So if I want to be able to download again the file, I have the possibility to press the application key or Shift F10 and I'll be able to do so. Or if I just want to delete this file because it's no longer important, I can do it this way too. Another options that I'd like to show you in Skype is the search dialog. You can launch this one by pressing Ctrl Shift S as in Sierra or search.
Control Shift S. Search Skype edit. Search Skype. Type in text.
And let's go ahead and type the beginning of my name. So I'll type Alex.
ALEX.
And then
7 items found.
there we go. And then if I press tab,
Tab. Close search button. Tab. All. 1 of 4 tabs selected.
so now we have 4 tabs available. The way to navigate between tabs in this situation will be to use left and right arrow. So I'll press the right arrow.
People. 2 of 4 tab. Messages. 3 of 4 tab. Groups. 4 of 4 tab.
So here they are. And this case, I would like to search for contact.
Messages. 3 of all. 1.
Oops.
People. 2 of 4 tab.
Here's people. So I'll press enter.
Enter. Selected. Search messages edit.
And then I'll press tab.
Tab. Close search button. Tab. Messages. 3 of 4 tab selected.
Oh,
Groups. Messages. All. 1. People. Enter.
I'll start again. Sorry about
Search
this.
people edit.
Oh,
Alex.
there we go. Okay. I don't know why, but the wrong tab was selected.
Tab. Close search button. Tab. People. 2 of 4 tab selected.
There we go. Tab again.
Tab. Close hint button. To activate, press spacebar.
Tab again. This is not really important.
Tab. Alexandre Belmar. Active. Chatted 6 hours ago. Button. To
And now I can
Skype directory. Alex Desch. 1 mutual contact.
navigate with up and down arrow.
Alex Brizo. 1.
Okay, etc.
Alexandre Belmar.
As you can see, I have some suggestions of contact. So anyway, I'm back on my name. I'll just press enter.
Enter. Type a message here. Edit. Type in text.
And instantly, I am back in the conversation with myself on the other Skype account. So that's a way if you want to search for a contact or if you want to search for a specific message in a conversation, let's say by keywords, you'll have the possibility to do so by launching the search dialog by pressing Insert Ctrl F. I know that a lot of you are also using the possibility to place outbound calls with Skype. So I'd like to show you how things are going with Skype version 8. It's quite similar to Skype 7, but I would like to take the time to remember you how it is possible to place outbound calls. So to do so, I'll launch the dial pad by pressing Ctrl D as in Delta.
Control D. Dial pad dialog. Close button. To activate, press spacebar.
Okay, and now we'll be ready to call a phone number. I'll go ahead and press tab a couple of times to bring the focus inside the headed box.
Tab. Countries and regions calling code. United States. Button menu.
So from there you can select the country where you'd like to call.
Tab. Calling settings button.
If you need to change some settings.
Tab. Phone number. Edit. +1. Type in text.
Here's the phone number. So make sure to press
Blank.
the right arrow
1.
because
1. Blank.
by default +1 is selected. So make sure to unselect this. However, the call will fail. I'll not be able to call any local number with this demo Skype account. However, I'll be able to call toll-free numbers. So what I'm going to do, I'll call the Canadialog's toll-free number and I'll do it because I'd like to show you how it is possible with Skype 8 to access the dial pad during a call. So I'll go ahead and enter the phone number.
Numlock on. 888-730-0003. Free
When-
on Skype.
There we go. So free on Skype. I have the confirmation that it's going to be free. To launch the call, I can just press the enter key.
Enter. Dial pad closed. Open conversation button.
Here we go. During the call, I can press tab to select
Welcome to
the
Canadialog.
keypad.
Bienvenue chez
Tab.
Canadialog.
Mute button.
For service in
Tab.
English,
Enter
press
numbers
1.
using the dial
Pour le
pad
service en
button.
français,
Enter
appuyez pour le
number
2.
using the dial pad button. This is the option I'll choose, pressing enter.
Enter. Edit.
I have an edit box, so
Welcome to
I can
Canadialog.
just enter my
Bienvenue
choice
chez Canadialog.
using my
For service
keyboard.
in English, press 1.
So pressing
Pour le
1.
service en
1.
français.
Then when it starts speaking, I'll enter my
If
extension.
you know the extension number of the person that you want to reach, please dial it now or
1.
choose
0. 1.
There we go. Now I should receive the call in a sec. I'll go ahead and
For
answer.
quality assurance, this call may be monitored or recorded. Pour des raisons d'assurance qualité, cet appel pourrait être écouté ou enregistré.
There we go.
There we go.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll mute this out, and I'd like to take the time to show you how it is possible to close the keypad during the call. So if I press tab,
Tab. Close button. To activate, press spacebar.
here I have a close button. Make sure to stay here, because if you press tab again,
Tab. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 star 0 number.
I'll have the visual keypad available there. So
Call layout and tab. Add people button.
you'll have many
Shift
options.
tab. 1
So
2
I'll
Shift
just
tab. Close button.
come back and click close. By
Shift
the
tab.
way,
Edit. 1
inside the edit box, I can come back there by pressing shift tab and enter again some digit if needed.
4
There we go. So to close the dial pad,
tab. Close button.
pressing tab
Enter.
and enter.
Call layout and settings button.
And if I need to reopen it, usually I'll be able to find it back.
Tab. Add people button. Tab. Open conversation button. Tab. Mute button. Tab. Enter numbers using the dial pad button.
Here it is. So just use the tab key. You'll be able to find what you're looking for. To end this call, pressing Control E.
Control E. Type an SMS here. Edit. Type in text. My info.
There we go. So now I am back in my conversation. So I just hang up the phone and cut off the speech. I think we're done with major functionalities of Skype version 8, so the Skype Classic version 8. As promised, I would like to give you a couple of shortcuts in order to navigate into Skype and to use it. So as a reminder, I'll give you the shortcuts here. And by the way, you'll be also able to find them out on our website or navigating the Microsoft website. I'll give you the most useful. There are other shortcuts designed for visual effect, like if you want to zoom in, zoom out, etc. You'll have the possibility to find shortcuts for this usage, but I'll not giving you these. So if you want to find them out, you'll be able to check on the Microsoft website. So to go in your chat, you can press Alt-1. In your contact list, Alt-2. To open the notification center, you can press Control-I. If you need to access your setting, Control-comma. If you want to consult the help, Control-H. If you need to place a call, an outbound call using telephone calls, Control-D. If you want to start a new chat, Control-N. New conversation with one person. Okay, Control-N is in November. A new group, Control-G is in golf. Search for people, groups, and messages, Control-Shift-S as in Sierra or search. Find in the current conversation, Control-F as in Foxtrot or find. I didn't talk about this shortcut during the podcast, but this is used to find in the current conversation window a specific message, and after typing what you're looking for, you can go to the previous search results by pressing enter and to the next search result by pressing shift enter. You'll be able to test it by yourself and you'll find these shortcuts and the list available on our website. If you're having an issue with the applications you need, you're missing some messages, etc., you have the possibility to refresh Skype by pressing Ctrl R as in Romeo. Also, as I mentioned previously, there's a shortcut available to search for a Skype bot. However, this command seems to be no longer available even if it's in the list from Microsoft. This command, for your information, is Alt-3. If you want to consult the profile of a contact, you can do it being in a chat with this contact, or by going in your contact list, selecting the appropriate person, then by pressing enter, then pressing Ctrl P as in Papa or profile. If you need to add someone to a conversation, you can do it by pressing Ctrl Shift A as in alpha or add. If you want to mark a conversation as unread, you can do it by pressing in your conversation list Ctrl Shift U as uniform. Also, you can launch an audio call by pressing Ctrl Shift P as in Papa or phone, or a video call Ctrl Shift K. Remember that Ctrl Shift K during a call will also allow you to turn on or off the video, and that Ctrl Shift P as in Papa will also allow you to answer a call if somebody is trying to reach you on Skype. Please note that Ctrl Shift P will only answer with the audio turned on. Ctrl Shift K will also enable the video. Ctrl E as in echo, end the call or hang up. Ctrl M as in mic will mute the microphone. Ctrl Shift F as in foxtrot will allow you to send a file to your contact. A shortcut that was recently added by Microsoft, probably last week, is Alt Shift E as in echo, allows to put the focus back in the edit field when being in a chat window. Now let's talk about JAWS specific commands. You can use Ctrl Insert N as in November to go in your chat list if a conversation is already opened, or if you are in the chat tab. Ctrl Insert E as in echo also place the focus in the edit box in a conversation. Ctrl Insert Y as in Yankee bring the focus in the history of a conversation. Also, Insert Space Shift R allows to repeat the last notification received by Skype. And also, please keep in mind that if needed, you can also turn on or off the virtual PC cursor by pressing Insert Z. Let's talk about the shortcut to access the menu. Alt F for the file menu, Alt E for the edit menu, Alt T as in Thomas for the tool menu, Alt V as in Victor for the view menu, and Alt H for the help menu. Finally, Ctrl Q allows you to completely quit or exit Skype. In this case, if you press Ctrl Q, you'll not be able again to receive calls. If you just want to close Skype window, you can perform Alt F4 and Skype will still be running from the system tree. By the way, if you're having difficulties performing shortcuts linked to the JAWS script for Skype, like insert Ctrl Y to open the chat history, insert Ctrl N as in November to open the conversation list or insert Ctrl-E to enter a new message. There's another way to perform these shortcuts. You can press insert space, then the letter Q, then the following letter, H for the chat history, C for the conversation list, or E for the conversation edit box to enter a new message. So let's say that you want to access your current chat history. You can press insert space in the first time, release both keys, then press the letter Q, release it, and finally the letter H. Also, please keep in mind that you have the possibility to go in your keyboard manager. If you want to reassign a shortcut, you can do it by pressing Insert 8. I'll not describe the procedure on how to do it, but if you want to do so, you can go in the JAWS help and you'll find explanations about how to reassign a key in JAWS. Maybe it's going to be a topic for a next podcast. I think this is what completes this podcast on Skype. Hope you found it useful. If you have some questions, comment, feel free to write to us or to call us. You'll find our contact details at the end of this show. So in a couple of seconds, you'll be able to give us a call, send us an email. We are also present on social networks. Also, if you need some training, private training, or one-on-one technical support, don't hesitate to give us a call or send us an email. We are still available, and it can be on Skype, it can be on Windows in general, on your screen reader, on mobile, etc. The hourly cost for technical support is usually $30 per hour. Most part of the time, we can do it remotely. If we need to go and meet you, some additional charges may apply for transportation, but never hesitate to contact us. We'll be able to take the time to discuss with you, evaluate your needs, and send you an official quote. This was Alexandre Bellemare signing out. Before the end of this podcast, I would like to say thank you for your loyalty to this series of podcasts on assistive technologies. I would also like to thank our loyal collaborator. As a reminder, I would like to inform you that Canadialog will not provide free technical support on product presented during these shows and that are not sold directly by Canadialog. Please note that our podcasts are now available on our website, YouTube, iTunes, as well as on Victor devices by consulting the North American English suggested podcast list from Humanware. If you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, you can contact us via email at podcastwithiness@canadialog.com. That is PODCASTS at CANADIALOG.com, or by phone on our toll-free number at 1-888-730-0003. Again, 1-888-730-0003, extension 555, extension 555. I also invite you to visit our website, which contains a lot of useful information at www.canadialog.com. You can also visit us on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. Thanks for listening.